Welcome back to the Northwest Province, everybody, and this is where our election broadcasts bring us. We're in Marikana West. We're at a community hall here, and the community has come out in their numbers, in their supporter regalia, and if you could just listen to some of the comments that are being thrown between the political parties. This is what election season is all about, and everybody wanting to have their say. So this is where we turn our attention to the supporters, where they're able to ask their question. But let me first introduce to you some more panelists that have joined us, and they are part of the municipal management here. In fact, we've even got the Rustenburg Executive Mayor as part of the panel. So again, supporters are welcome to pose a question to him. We've got Mpo Kunal, he is the Rustenburg Executive Mayor. Ngobile Ngema, the Municipal Manager, also joining us. And Ofense Kombe, he's a councillor and he's responsible for local economic development. Thank you very, very much for joining our panel and making yourselves available to answer the questions of the community. So, straight to it, let's go. A very quick question. If that question is towards you, please write it down. I want to get through as many questions as I can, and then we'll come to the answers. All right, quickly, your question, and who is it to?
My name is John Mulubi. This question is directed to all small parties, excluding the ANC. I will ask them that we hear them talking about issue of land. So it is, and I want to ask, because it's difficult to acquire majority now in the short speed of time. Now I want to ask, why are they not joining the ANC? Because they cannot acquire that majority to address issues of land now.
All right, thank you very much. Any party in particular? Sir, any party in particular? Okay, I'm going to ask one of the parties to answer that.
Yeah, thank you very much, Liane. My name is Sheila Mabalehuma, and then my question is to the economic freedom fighters and to ACM. Many parties are promising free things to the communities. We know that as government, we depend on grants, we depend on people paying for the services. Where are you going to take all these monies of the things you promised to our communities?
Perfect. I'm going to leave it right there. That's your question, and it was a good question. We'll get the answer. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very, very much. All right, your question, and who is it to?
Leonie, for the record, ATM is the new boy in the block. My question is directed straight to ATM. ATM, you mentioned something about justice-based capital punishment. Then my question is, how are you going to make it not to be seen as a human slaughter? Again, as a new boy in the block, what is it that you will do to make sure that you're not equal and being looked the same as the ruling class that has been there in parliament for the best people of your country?
Great. Thank you very much. That to the ATM. All right, let's go. Another question.
I'm Jaconia Piri. I'm here for to ask the ATM a question. ATM, there is a slogan that you say, transformation. How are you going to transform the country and the people? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, next question.
Ivan Matabo from Bitugo. My question goes to APC and Forum for Service Delivery. Since you did not tell us about your manifesto, what will you do to us for us to vote for you? Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much. All right.
Thank you very much. This is Lala Musido. My question goes strictly to the deputy chairperson of the Northwest and the EFF. Can you please explain to South Africa on basis of health what you have for us? Thank you.
All right. So, health. Next question.
Kamalam Dungsiam Dumisaede. Kamala Dungsam Dumse, Bambuzam Kalanzo, Usapa Motos EFF, Deputy Chairperson. That and Yaguva, Uteta and by free education, black empowerment with business. Up in Marikana, we're surrounded by 5 mines. We don't even have a single technical school. What are you going to do about that? Ditsi bendize pha ku ACDP. ACDP in South Africa we have a problem of smugglers. Abefundisi abazi smugglers. EBhayibhelini ikhona ethetha ngezishumi tithe. It says a tithe is mentioned on the Bible. At the meantime, it has its own purpose. What are you going to do with that? Because according to Indlela kwenzeka ngayo, there are people, there are pastors who are running business. What are you going to do about that?
All right, thank you. That's it. Thank you. You've had your questions. Sorry, you've already asked 2 questions. I have to leave it there. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much. I'm from Eco Forum. My name is Solomon, the National Secretary General of the Youth. First point to the African National Congress. When will youth be prioritized? Unemployment for the youth is unacceptable in this country. When? And then the second point that I want to raise, we are in Marikana, which is surrounded by mines. When will South Africans start refining their own products?
Great. Thank you very, very much. Both questions for the ANC. Next one.
Thank you, Program Director. My name is Tuna Kolo Shakaina Siabi. My question to the ANC, what are you saying as we are going to the elections about the blood that is crying from the ground of the people who have been killed here? And also to the EFF, what is it that you are saying to us as the community of Marikana that you have not delivered in promises that you have made? And also to Eco Forum, say to us, what is it that you are going to vote for us?
Amandla, phambili nge-UDM phambili. Okay, ndingufako ne. Eyona nto nzayibhekisa pha kumhlonitshwa lo we-ANC. Eyona nto ebalulekileyo mhlonitshwa nomeya ukhona apha. And yasothusa into yokubona kwethu umeya namhlanje. Asimbona nombona xa zikhona ingxaki pha kwiMarikana Masaka. Kodwa uthi indawo yakhe le. Kodwa ke nguwe ndifuna ukwazi apho kuwe mhlonitshwa. Ingabe intoni ozawuyenza kwezi strikers zingaka zikule ndawo ye-mining industry njengoba kunguwo in charge ANC? Enkosi.
Viva South Africa, viva! Ke tlo ba mokoroto ke kopela question ya ka ke lebise straight to APC. Ha sele re ba mo pusong. Metsi is first priority more IDP. Until today, Metsi santsane le first priority. O tlo khona ho re abang hore re khona kra metsi re khona tswela pele ka tse dingwe tse leng hore di tla go morago. Thank you.
All right, ask your question, please, APC.
My question to Chairperson of APC. We have high rate of unemployed youth in a province, especially in Northwest. How are you going to create work? 1. Number 2, we have a problem of water in Northwest. We have problem of RDPs. People, they don't have RDPs in Northwest. How are you going to help people to get RDPs? Thank you.
Okay. All right, this will be the final question. We'll get some answers, then we come back to more questions. Go for it.
Putso ya ka ya straight to ACDP. Rena le bothata mo country ya rona ba health department. Ano ne ke botsa gore wena o tlo khona yang hore bothata bo rena le bona bo bo solve ka hore re tlhoka ditlhare ha ya go di clinicing queue di ditelle. How are you going to help us on that one?
All right. Okay, I'm going to pause the questions for now. I promise you we're coming back to questions. I know all of you are there. We've given the opportunity to have 2 questions per political supporter that is here, per political party. I want to start getting answers now. EFF, or shall we start? Yeah, EFF, you ready to answer? There were a lot of questions directed to you, so let's get the response from the EFF. I was writing a few of them down, but I'm sure so are you.
Thank you very much. The EFF is going to be a proactive government in the sense that we are going to make sure that there's no corruption that happens at all. therefore making it a reality that there's no need for commissions of inquiry. And the money that government wastes on this commission is money that must be directed in making sure that we fund some of these commitments that are on our manifesto. We said as the EFF, we are going to deal with the issue of tenders, because government is spending a lot of money in terms of buying one roll of toilet roll about 30 rand instead of them having to buy 5 rand. So we are saying we are also going to be dealing with that and making sure that we face our tenders and we make sure that we buy from our local people. Another thing that we are going to use in terms of funding our commitments as the EFF is that we said we are not going to have deputy ministers. Deputy ministers alone in the country takes in a year almost 2 billion from the country's budget. So we are going to take that money, shift it to these other competing needs of our people. We are going to take that money and make sure that we increase double social grant payouts of our people. The other equation is on the issue of the healthcare system. Under the EFF government, we are going to ensure that the healthcare facilities are open 24 hours a day. We are going to ensure that as much as they're open 24 hours a day, we are going to make sure as the EFF that every ward has got a health care facility in there, one ambulance, one ward. So there's a lot that we can talk in the interest of time. But
I leave it at that. Thank you very much, EFF, for responding. ANC, a lot directed towards you. Answer those questions that were posed towards you, whether it be about corruption, whether it be about all the promises that have not been delivered on. Talk to that.
Thank you very much. I think the question in regard to issues in Marikana, we are addressing that particular matter. All recommendations that have been made by the Commission have been adhered to. The families that were affected have been addressed. They are receiving whatever payments that were supposed to be made. All issues that happen in terms of criminal issues is a process. We know about it. Everything that is recommended to the court, the MP is dealing with that particular issue. We are processing that particular issue in prosecuting those who are found wanting. And then we are, in terms of youth, we are saying we are creating 275 jobs every year. That's the commitment from the president. We are saying we are going to increase in terms of internships. We are going to
Carry on.
Yes, that's what we are saying. In terms of land, we are saying we agree in terms of issues of land, to say our land must go back to our people, but in a responsible way. It must not be a lie. If you walk throughout the Marikana areas, we have built houses, we have built RDP houses. Our mining communities there have moved into decent accommodations. Many have moved out, and we are continuously doing that. There are more than 1,000, 3,000 flats in Ward 26 as we speak.
Okay. DA, I don't know, were there any questions posed to you? Land reform? All right, DA got the question with regard to land reform.
Thank you very much. Leanne. Land reform on the Democratic Alliance side is that the cornerstone of a growing economy remains the security of tenure and the guaranteed right to private property. The Democratic Alliance does not support the change of Section 25 because Section 25 already makes provision for expropriation of land, but not without compensation. So the Democratic Alliance is prioritizing land reform in the budget, in our manifesto, to realize suitable government-owned land as part of the land reform process, to create voluntary incentivized partnerships with farmers so that farm workers can own shares in the farms they work on through funded share equity shares schemes, extend support in partnership with establishment farmers to land reform beneficiaries who want to farm with skills. Thank you very much.
Okay, that's the DA on land reform. I know, UDM, I'm not sure I heard a question coming to you, but I know APC, there was a question towards APC with regard to unemployment, water, and the RDP houses as well. Water, unemployment, RDP houses, the questions that were posed to you.
When it comes to water, we can notice that in South Africa, especially in rural areas, we are facing a very serious crisis of water. The only thing that we can do especially in rural areas. If the government can start to bore holes for boreholes, boreholes are the only solution we've got. We've got plenty of water underground. And then if we can use that water, it's going to assist the government with the water that has been sanitated from the government. And when it comes to job creation, the only way to create a job, firstly, the only thing that we must do, we must stop all these tenders. After we stop all these tenders, everyone must go to the government to look for a job, because these tenders are the ones that causes corruption in our country. Corruption is caused by these people in our country, because these people, they are taking their brothers and sisters for jobs. We as the natives of this country, we don't have anything. We don't have jobs.
Okay. All right.
Really
I want to move over quickly to the ATM. ATM, you also had a lot of questions, one particularly towards the corporal punishment issue.
All right. On the issue of capital punishment not being seen as a human slaughter, I think I must outline the process as to how this is going to be unfolding. We are going to have a situation whereby all cases that took place after the legislation has been put in place are the ones that are going to be considered for this capital punishment system issue that we are raising here. Then we are saying, as a process, a higher court will be in a position to pass judgment on capital punishment, but that will automatically be subjected to a review that will be heard by a full bench. And we are saying a perpetrator or an accused will be represented or shall be represented by a senior counsel. That is our position in as far as that is concerned. The other issue around the transformation of the society for a better tomorrow, which was asked directly by one of my fellow servants, is that we want to decolonize our economy. We want a decolonized economy in such a way that we are going to pass bylaws whereby microeconomy shall be exclusive for our African, for our local residents on the ground. We are saying no to foreign, participation in as far as that space is concerned. We want all these tax shops to be owned by our own people, because economic ownership of our people starts from the local economic spaces.
All right. Okay. Let's leave it there. We're going to come to you straight after the break, Napoleon. It'll be your turn. We need to take a very quick break. We'll see you in a short while.